I already clicked it.
The whole point is we're back to like hot, pretty, blue-eyed, blonde-haired woman doing ads again for national organization. The Fruit of the Loom logo. What is it?
Fucking cornucopia.
Apparently, no, it's not.
Wait, what?
I don't care what. I actually don't even care what the justification is. Just make it a good one so it sticks in the media.
He's already not set up right at all.
He has 3 spotters.
It was a giant anti-war peace book. Like, that's what it was. And then
Yeah.
he just made this, like, badass film that literally didn't go with what the book was.
Nothing.
Truly, like, the
when I was
essence of it, and it was awesome.
What's happening? Why are we not saying anything?
Oh, hey, sorry. I was typing. Hey.
Oh,
What's up?
Hey.
Night, Monday. Podcast.
no Kings protest. They even had no Kings protests in countries that still have kings because they think that Trump allowing the court to decide whether he's allowed to do what he does. That makes what are they talking about? We don't have kings. He's not a king.
No,
If he tries
he's
to
not.
stay in office past the
won the
term limit, whatever. He won the popular vote. He won he won. Hey,
Yeah,
shut
I
up.
get it. But there was
Yeah.
a No Kings protest in the town. I mean, it's the biggest city near me, which is not very big, but there was one there. I drove by it this weekend. I was like,
Was
what
it
is
all
going
old
on?
people?
Yes,
And
there's
I
one-
thought
there's
it-
one where I am too.
I thought it was like a nursing home event, and then I saw signs that said like "No Kings," and there's a few young people. And
I didn't know it was
But-
happening. Like,
I really
it-
didn't know either. I was shocked by this.
look, Battlefield 6 has been pretty sick. I've only been playing a little
it's
bit of
been-
it.
Yeah, I know.
but it's
I got
been
League of
nice.
Rex and play. Maybe tonight, late. I get
What-
back.
Did you see any No King protest, Sam, in your area?
No, but I don't go anywhere. I live in the woods.
Oh,
So I wouldn't
Yeah,
have.
same.
the
I'm
one
sure
I
there was
saw
one
was
more
only
I've
like 40, 50 people, maybe. Like it wasn't very big.
The
It
one
seems
by
like
my
it's
house
being
is
talked
actually
about
lot
like a
of
bigger
people.
idea.
There was
Or a
like-
bigger
there was
thing
like
than it
over
actually
100
is.
There was like over 100 people by me, easily.
Wow.
But,
Um,
all old white boomers though. Like that was it.
I also saw one random schizo post that this was supposed to kick off a color revolution, and it
No,
failed.
that's happening down the road.
What is?
The color revolution. That's what I've been reading. That's not for this. That's like for another year or two. That's like before 2028.
Who is having a
I don't
color
know.
revolution?
Fucking fat troons.
Is it yellow? Why is it yellow?
See, it's not a schizo post. It's real. I told you.
Okay, well, one comment doesn't mean that that's true. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but like I could be wrong, but that's not evidence I'm wrong.
No, but
Yeah.
they're gonna try something. Some fucking finagling is gonna be going on. I think for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at 2020, that's kind of a color revolution, essentially. Like
Yeah, definitely.
Like they gave they literally turned 2020 was like probably one of the most chaotic years in America of my lifetime. And they turned it into like a crazy riots, cities burning, all like dude, Portland was on fire for like 200 plus days. Like it was crazy. And it gave it gave this impression that Trump can't handle shit. And I mean, he kind of let cities burn, if we're being honest here. I mean,
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. My
wait, wasn't that
Yeah.
mostly during the next? No, it wasn't because it was 2021 when he.
it was 2020.
January.
It was March 2020 when COVID started, and by summer 2020, everyone was outside rioting at night / protesting.
He did
during
let
the
that
day.
happen,
Yeah.
yeah.
and now he's not letting it happen in his second term, even though it's not really happening. But he's sending in National Guard to cities, and now he's being called a king for doing
Yeah.
that, even though he's listening when the courts tell him not to. So like, but also
Just
kings
do it.
listened to courts. Like
Yeah.
that's a thing. It's not like monarchs didn't also have parliaments and courts. It depends on when and what place, but they absolutely did.
Yeah.
Like
It's
people really think that kings were like absolute rulers, and they weren't. Even the absolutist era of like Philip II, they weren't really absolutist, like in the full sense of the word. No one ever is. Nobody rules alone, but even they had courts and
Like-
parliaments.
Like Stalin was closer to an absolute ruler than like probably anyone in maybe history. Like
Any
I don't
monarch,
know.
yeah. Unless
They just
well,
didn't even have the technology to
No, you
enforce their
can't.
rule like that.
you
like
you
back
can't
then.
have absolutist rule. You can get closer to it.
You guys
With,
tell me
with
Robin Hood
technology
wasn't
like
real?
Stalin.
I don't believe it.
What?
You tell me Robin Hood wasn't real? I don't believe it.
Robin Hood's not real. Yes, he is.
Is that a
Okay.
true story or is that a myth?
No,
Well,
it's a story. But the
Could
king in
be-
that was
it's-
ruthless. In the Disney
yeah, but he
version,
still
Robin
had
was-
courts. Wait, but that was pre Magna Carta, I think. When was Robin Hood supposed to be around?
You're talking about shit I don't know about now. I don't even know what Magna Carta is, motherfucker.
Yeah, you do. Come on.
I
1215.
know,
I think that was the
Dude.
king. King John had to have that forced on him by the nobility. The Magna Carta is like the most important pre-constitutional document. It's probably the biggest influence on the Constitution.
Oh,
You're correct. Pre Magna Carta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've also saw a lot of clips, and this is why I think like leftists really are just retarded hive mind creatures, because I've seen many people just go in and be like, "So what are you protesting about?" And more than one, like a lot more than one, we're just like, just I'm out here. We don't want kings, and they're like, "Yeah, but
Yeah.
what about it exactly?" And they're like, just
yeah.
Look,
half
shit.
people
People just
People
want to
are-
have a good time. They want to go out. They want to wave flags and hold signs, and they want to hang out with their buddies who
Yeah,
think
yeah.
like them.
You have to think though, a lot of these people come from like, they came to a like teenage or adulthood in like the 60s and 70s when that was like the thing to do.
Yeah, and now they're retired. They got to
Right,
find
and they're
something
still-
to do.
hoarding all the wealth.
Right. Their house, they paid $235,000 to their house. It's worth 1.4 mil now. What are they going to do with their time? They don't have to work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially where I live in Bucks County. It's like it was all white boomers. Then you have some people in frog costumes and shit, just like in Portland. And I was like, I just yelled out my window like you're all retarded faggots as they drove by, and it was very fun for me. But that was
Good for you, man.
that was
What was going on in LA when there was like little Mexicans waving the Mexican flag, like when the ice was coming in,
yeah.
there was like cars getting lit on fire and there was a little bit of rioting going on. That was more impactful, I felt, than like any of this. No.
Yeah, also good on them to raise public support for immigration by raising a foreign country's flag. That'll really help you, by the way.
Yeah, super
Go
helpful.
back to your
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
country if you're going to wave their flag. You want to wave an American flag? I might consider letting you stay.
Yeah.
You want to wave a Mexican flag? You leave now. Like, get out. What are you
Well-
doing here?
Also, with this whole protest on Saturday, it's like, what did this achieve? You change the minds of 0 people. We still have a president.
They feel like they did something.
It's what I'm saying. It's like all you did was you made us hate you more. You changed no one's mind, and you all just circled each other for 24 hours. Like that was what was accomplished during the No Kings protest. Like we don't give a fuck. Like it's not. We're like, you know what? Great points, guys. Let's turn over the other side.
You're right. I'm now
it's fucking
convinced
time.
that Trump is acting like a king,
Yeah,
even though you've not given me
exactly.
any evidence that he is. Like, if Trump was acting like an absolute, like, and I don't even really support Trump now after the Epstein stuff again, but I'm not against him. He's just kind of there.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not
Yeah,
like,
well, he's not doing what we want. We'll say that much.
Right. So I don't, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I feel
He's
like
not
this-
doing the stuff I don't want. He's
Right.
just
If he was a
No.
king,
there.
we would have a cajillion deportations by now. We would have fucking Annie Foot facing the wall, but none of that's happening. So
I don't
it's
even
like-
think we would, frankly. Like,
that's my point.
because I don't
There's
think Trump would
nothing.
do it. Right?
That's what I'm saying. That's my
Right.
point.
Yeah.
I want
But even
that,
if he-
though.
even if he was a
he's not
king.
doing it.
Yeah, I just feel like this.
No, he's kind of a pussy, honestly.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's not. Yeah, he's like, he's not going all the way. Like a lot
He
of
was
people
more-
on the right are trying
Yeah.
to push him to do.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and now there's like a fight between Massey and Trump, and like, I'm Team Massey, always have been.
What's the fight over this time?
I don't know. I didn't even look into it.
Oh,
Someone in the comments
yeah,
probably
I've been
knows.
seeing a lot of stuff about like It's
the same stuff, I think.
Follow me. It's like probably the same fucking shit because he's just like, no, I'm not just gonna sign bills into law or whatever the fuck, And they want to just do that blindly.
Yeah. And I trust Massey more than I trust Trump.
Yeah. Also, he said he's not gonna run for president anytime soon. Massey.
I think
probably won't have to
Massey
support it.
should be a governor. I think he'd be far more effective there. As a
Yeah,
governor.
and being a
Yeah,
governor would
probably.
be great for him to have executive experience to later be a president.
Because he's not like, he's grandstanding essentially and making a very valid points, but it doesn't really go anywhere or do anything in Congress.
Yeah,
It's like
it's one guy.
it's literally
Right.
one guy going against like monsters,
150 other
like
people.
100 savages. Yeah.
Yeah.
Massey should be king.
Oh wait. He said Massey sucks on the border and foreigners. How so? Because I don't know
Oh, I didn't know
enough to even
So
talk
that's what
about
I
that.
know.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I don't really know. I don't think he makes that his like main issue. He doesn't really talk about it. He was.
He's also
against
a senator or a congressman from a representative from West Virginia. So like
No, Kentucky.
Same thing.
Kentucky.
Kind
of.
So like, what does the border have to do with him?
Yeah,
I guess
and
he's a U.S. representative, so yeah, it does matter, but it's not like it's super relevant to him.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Massey or Rand Paul, but they.
Rand Paul
did have-
definitely sucks on the border.
Okay, maybe it was Rand Paul, but I do remember one of them, or maybe it was both. But they were kind of critiquing Trump's aggressive handling of deportations, and I'm like, dude, it's not even that aggressive. Like, it's pretty light, in my opinion.
Didn't
Like,
Obama isn't he still over deportations than Trump is?
Deportator in chief, Obama deported way more than Trump. Yep.
Well, there's actually
Awesome.
some stat. They meddled with the stats on that. They considered any turnaway at the border a deportation. So if
Okay.
you-
Mm.
And now no one's even turning up at the border.
Yeah, that and Trump got rid of that. So like he does, like if someone does come to the border, they don't, and then they turn them away. That doesn't count as a deportation.
He should pad his
okay.
stats.
Yeah,
We
he
should do
doesn't
what
pad
Poland
his
does.
stats that way. He might pad his stats with self deportations because there's really no way you can kind of count that in a lot of ways.
How many
Yeah,
people are
yeah,
self-deportating though? Like it has to be such a small fraction of people.
I don't
that are
know.
Like, you know what?
I don't
I'm gonna
know.
go back. You're
I
right.
think all
I
the numbers
do-
on this are wrong, basically.
Yeah, probably.
So it's like,
I
it's
do
so
know a
hard.
personal anecdote just from people that I have family that work with. There was a guy that was DACA. He got here when he was like 5, and he was deported.
Okay, I feel like that guy should be like last to get deported if we're going to deport anybody.
Well, he got caught because he was he had drugs. Let's just
Okay, well that's fine then. Then
Yeah.
that sucks. Then you got to go.
And-
But like, if you're like
and they
rounding
talk-
up people, that guy should be
Yeah.
last.
It wasn't like they went and got him. It was like he got arrested, and then
That-
they like, ICE showed up when he was arrested, and were like, "Hey, you're not supposed to be here."
I-
the
See
one
the-
thing-
I feel like that's a bad use of ICE time unless he was either selling or like transporting large amounts of drugs.
it was.
Did you see
transporting large
the
amounts.
Chicago?
Okay, then that's fine. I don't care. Get out.
See the Chicago cop who was like a Montenegro native and he got deported.
The what? The cop?
Chicago PD.
The-
He was like
there was a cop
Montenegro-
who was a Montenegrin national, not a U.S. citizen.
Correct.
Get the fuck out. Get out of here. What are you doing here?
Dude, no, Pritzker. This has been something that's been going off here in Illinois. He's literally hiring illegals as police officers.
That's insane.
Like, yeah.
What do you think
How-
the NYPD
how-
is doing?
I mean,
Oh my
The simple
God.
answer is probably that he overstayed a visa, but how does somebody illegally immigrate from Montenegro?
I don't know
insane.
the full story, but I know he got deported. But when I was working at the NYPD, now again, I was Staten Island, mostly white dudes. But every now and then we have to like leave the borough and like do like these large details, and you just meet cops from like the Bronx and Brooklyn and like Manhattan North and stuff like that. It's all like super Hispanic dudes that barely even speak English. And I'm like, how the fuck were you on this job right now?
Yeah,
I shouldn't be on the
That
job
is
right now. How the fuck are you on the job right now?
Dude, that's actually how like the Irish took over like Boston, and the Italians and Irish took over like New York. Is they actually went after their own people with the police, like their gangs or whatever, because like once they got power in the police, they're like, hey, we don't need the gangs, and they're kind of like
Right.
battling, over turf in a way.
Good for
And
them, then,
Irish,
I guess,
NYPD
right?
Cop, Irish cop is like a fucking like stereotype, like like the
Yeah.
old school NYPD like Irish
It's-
cops. So
It's
like
funny that it's funny that's a stereotype for Irish to be both organized crime and cops.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, but the NYPD was filled with fucking like super Hispanics, even like Africans, like African, not like blacks. Like
What?
from the continent. Oh yeah,
I mean, I would take an African to be a cop over.
they don't fuck around. I'll tell you that.
No,
much.
they don't.
Around. they were right to the point. They're like jail.
They probably
Yeah.
were bitching about like the liberal like rules about how to handle criminals and shit, dude.
Yeah, dude. And also, I guarantee you that as far as New York City cops go, not African American, not descended from free American slaves,
Yes.
but an African in New York City is probably way more racist against Black African Americans
They were.
than the average
They
white
were.
cop.
Oh, I guarantee.
Straight up work.
I'm sure many people in the comments know this, but there is huge tension between African and Caribbean recent immigrants or children of immigrant blacks and African Americans, as in freed American slaves and their descendants.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like there's kind of tension between us and Europeans. Like,
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
yeah, we're the same somewhat, but there's a huge generational difference.
Right.
Like, huge ethnogenesis that kind of happened that separates us, and we look at ourselves like we're better. And I'm sure there's some like I don't
We
know.
are.
I'm sure there's some sort of
We are. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure there's some sort of tension like that.
That's not even, that's
It
just
probably-
the truth.
It probably pisses off like Africans to see African Americans like wearing their African garb or putting on an African shirt or something. Like, I mean, it would be weird. Like, my family's English and German. If I was going around wearing German stuff all the time, and I'm literally like 5 generations removed from that, like that would be kind of weird.
Walking around in a lederhosen.
Yeah, exactly. I think
Well,
that'd be
my
kinda weird.
my buddy EJ, who's made an appearance on this podcast for the Patreon, which by the way, go check out our Patreon, patreon.com/midnight. He, his family's Nigerian, so he's like African, and he's like a fucking hate American blacks.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
I wonder if there's.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Is there that tension with the Irish as well? How do they view Irish Americans?
Oh, look who showed up!
Hey, I made it.
I mean, he's here, but
Yay!
Sort of. He's
The
sort of-
soundboard's not.
Oh, let's everybody congratulate Luke for getting married this
Hey!
week. Fuck you! Get that shit off.
Whoa!
Get that shit
Let's
off.
go!
Cunt.
Pussy!
Fuck you.
What's up, pussy?
Bo Nix got me 39 points on fantasy this week, dude.
I
Yeah,
got
dude, you
2
killed it for
bitches
me.
on the stream right now. Adam and fucking Sam. What's up, boys?
Dude, I mean,
I hope you get left at the altar.
What's up, pussy?
I'm calling ice on your chick. She's going back.
She's going back.
and you can tell her it's because of this Giants game.
I'll let her know. She's getting home soon.
Dude, I don't know what it was, but the Giants and Broncos Twitter going off on my
Yeah, that was nuts.
was like, I was
That
like,
was
where's this
hilarious.
rivalry coming from? Like, I don't even
I don't
know.
know.
It was just some shit talking. Like some players were talking about how the Broncos have a history of snatching chains, right? Like we
Yeah,
What?
historically our defense
Yeah.
snatches chains. And so
like,
what's his
just
name?
as a
Jack-
crime in the streets.
No,
No,
on
like,
the
on the
field.
field.
On the field.
Why are they wearing
Very-
chains on the field?
That's why we snatch chains, motherfuckers.
Dude, if you're wearing a
Black.
chain on the field, you deserve to get it snatched. That's hilarious.
Yeah, so basically Jackson Dart, he wears a chain, and some of our players were like, yeah, I don't know, like his aura is cool and all, but like we don't really respect people that wear chains on the field. And
Oh,
then
I'm
Right.
fully
like,
in
a whole-
support of this.
It like
Well,
caused
you're-
the whole
you're
thing
gay.
between. It caused the
Whatever.
whole thing
Jackson
between
Dart had a
both
great
of them.
game.
Wait, I'm
Kick
gay
you
because
fucking-
I support
You
snatching
don't have
chains.
aura, Sam. You don't have aura. That's why. You're aura.
Dude, listen, if
negative
you're-
aura.
I'm assuming this is a wide receiver wearing the chain.
Jackson
No,
Dart,
to a quarterback.
A quarterback?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, your ass.
So-
That's a war trophy if it's a quarterback.
So
You're
the
an
first
idiot.
time
Remember-
so the
Remember,
first
remember
time
the Giants
it
quarterback that
happened.
beat you last week? That guy.
So the first time it happened, the Broncos did it. Aqib Talib and Justin Simmons snatched off Michael Crabtree's chain on the Raiders, and it fucking caused the whole thing. And then now it's just the Broncos thing. We snatch chains. We snatch chains on defense.
It's a great thing to have. Like if it's a wide receiver, you can snatch the chain pretty easily. But if it's a quarterback, you're looking to get the sack and snatch the chain, and that is awesome.
I gotta be honest with you, that ruined my whole week. My whole week is ruined because of that game.
Look, it's not like they're not going to give it back. It's not a problem. I guess it's broken then, but you can get it fixed. Fuck you.
I think he was talking about the game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but it's extra insult to have the chain snatched. It's like you're getting snacked, you're losing the game, and you're getting your chain snatched.
Dude, my girlfriend's grandmother got me this hat, but it's such a boomer hat, dude. It like doesn't fit right. it's like a Vietnam vet hat, you know, like I served or some shit on it.
Yeah,
you're already getting into being a dad, dude. You get some New Balances. You can be right there.
It's like way too big. I know, dude. Fucking New Balances and jorts, dude. Yeah, no shit. What's up, boys? What are we talking about? What did I interrupt?
Luke,
shit on Adam's day.
Did you see any no-Kings protest in Arizona?
Yeah, by you.
I didn't see a single one. I don't know if that's just because I'm on the I'm not on the outskirts, but I'm not in like Central Phoenix where all the court buildings and stuff are.
Yeah.
So I don't really go down there. So there could have been. I didn't hear shit about it. But I also didn't leave except to do wedding stuff all weekend. So
yeah,
is that what we were talking about?
Yeah, it was some. I don't know. I think Sam made the point earlier that it was like it was kind of promoted more than it was like actually like people went out and protested. And
yeah,
because
well,
I saw people around me.
Pictures that were pretty crazy in some spots.
Yeah, I think it was just mainly old people, and I mean, when I drove by, there was one in the town near me. It's not a very big town. It was only like 40 people, and they were protesting in a weird spot. It was like it looked like I thought it was like a nursing home event. So what is happening? And then Adam said he saw one that was like 100 people, and
more than so, yeah.
So it's not like it sounds like this was like not like what a total of like 20,000 people protested on the weekend. Like it doesn't across the country.
And just a reminder, we have a Scottish guy in the comments, which reminded me of this. Countries, these no kings protests happened in other countries, some of which still have monarchies, real monarchies.
Yeah. What countries?
Can you?
No?
Like in the UK, like the Netherlands, the UK, in Europe, I mean, in the UK, in the Netherlands, I think Denmark.
Dude, can you ever imagine protesting?
And they weren't against their own monarchy.
Can you imagine protesting here in America over like an English guy? I couldn't give a fuck. They care so much about us. Get off our dick, Europe. Fucking gay, dude. They're so gay.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine like China doing something and then
my bad
out in the streets and protesting like no communism or something. Like I don't know what I'd even know. Han's Dynasty, like I would not do that. Like
no Han Dynasty.
Why would I do that?
First of all, can we all agree protesting is gay? No matter what it is, it's gay.
Yeah, for the most part,
it's so
like I just don't think it has its intended effect. You know what I mean? Like, I think there was a time where protest maybe worked better and it actually did something. But currently, 30,000 people in a city of 5 million protesting in a city center that affects 2 million people trying to get to and from work doesn't really like affect the way things that they want in the correct way. It just makes people hate you and not want to be around you. Like, to be honest, like I just don't think it does the same thing.
It's lost.
And they're all astroturfed if they do something.
Yeah,
right. A lot of them were paid for sure. Like, I don't buy it.
Like there was a time when like people would protest, but they would bring pitchforks. But there was like an underlying threat there.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like a threat that was like, hey man, you better fix this or we're gonna kill you. Like this is like the
Yeah.
that's
Peasant revolts used to actually get stuff done sometimes.
And like
Yeah.
labor protests, like it would be like entire factories and an entire city's industry
Yes.
shutting down, and it's like
And fighting and killing scabs and fighting Pinkertons and having
just saying-
actual wars, like
I'm
battles.
just saying, even without the battles, like even the ones that ended peacefully, like let's say
Right.
they shut down the industry of the city. Like the city
Right.
did not work or produce anything that day, which had significant impacts. But cities, especially bigger cities that a lot of these protests take place in, because it's got the large conglomerate of leftists inside of them, they're so diverse in their economic makeup that it's not doing anything. It's just pissing people off that have to go to work.
Yeah, there's
Right.
only certain industries that could, like when the shipping, the cargo ships,
was
people
big.
when they were
That was a
talking about
bigger
going
one.
on a protest, and
Yeah.
then like it was only talked about, and then they came to the negotiating table relatively quickly. Like
Yeah.
there was some,
Yeah.
But also
deal-
fuck those
Because they
guys,
actually
you
have
know?
leverage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but also fuck those guys. All of those guys in those shipping ports that were part of that company that was protesting all make over 120K a year.
Yeah, they're
with
fucking loaded. You
overtime.
longshoremen.
So,
Because
you
they
know
have
what?
leverage. That's
Yeah,
why
but
they have.
fuck them for shutting down and screwing over everybody else. You know what I
Well,
mean?
when
Like,
you have
I
when you
get
have
it.
leverage. Well, maybe that's partially why they sent manufacturing overseas. So then the American people
That
couldn't
was a-
use it as fucking
Also,
leverage anymore.
that was-
Diverse workplaces are a literal, very literal, and like explicit way to bust unions and kill leverage of workers.
Divers?
What did I? Diverse
Oh,
workplaces,
diverse.
like
Oh, they said
ethnically
diverse.
and racially diverse.
Yeah,
and
I understand.
economically diverse.
Economically,
as well.
yes.
Yeah.
All types
Yeah.
of diverse in any way, explicitly race, but diverse in any way. They are an explicit way.
They're less likely to band together.
I think
Explicitly,
specifically
yeah.
one example is Amazon's anti-union strategy is diverse workplaces.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
crazy.
and it used to be more strictly diverse in like racially, but it's become more economically, which used to be racially anyways, but now it's less so in a lot of communities. So now it's definitely like the economic, because there's some people that will still go to work because it's like I have to, like they have to go
Yeah.
to work, so they will, and they'll bust.
Yeah,
the-
well, our
bust the,
our fucking forefathers would put up with shit, dude. They would be on the brink of starvation, and they're still like, "Yeah, we're still going on strike." And you're like,
Yeah.
"God damn, dude." Like,
This
I
might-
go without
this might come into
power,
play.
and I'm like, "This is
Yeah,
bullshit." dude."
yeah.
I gotta pay my Netflix subscription.
yeah.
Now, I could be wrong here, but do you guys know where the term redneck comes from?
Yes, but I want you
There's
to
a
tell us
couple. Yeah, I want to
Okay,
hear
I
yours.
think I'm
because
right.
it's related to
I-
this. Yeah,
Yes. Okay. So I think I am right. So during,
you're right.
I don't know, the late 1800s or early 1900s, during the
Adam,
all the coal mines and
Adam, real quick.
Yes.
Can you check your mic
Yeah.
and make sure it's going to your mic instead of going to your computer? It might just be me, but it sounds like it's your audio is going to through your computer rather than your mic.
sounds fine to me. You should keep going.
Okay. No, I think it is fine. It's fine.
Okay, cool. All right, just making sure.
Idiot. Oh, you know what?
He was trying
You're right.
No, he's right.
Nice.
Oh wow,
Way
it
to go.
sounds way better actually.
Yeah, he was. Oh, god damn it. Okay.
Oh,
So-
look, he sounds fucking amazing.
He sounds
now.
way
Look at
better.
that.
Thank you.
Fucking
Good job.
giant.
Well,
Just
yeah.
keep going.
All
Keep
right.
going. Keep going. We're losing
All right,
momentum.
All right.
Large show.
All right, so
Large show.
So apparently in the late 1800s, early 1900s, during all the coal mine strikes and stuff going on, I think it was in West Virginia, all the coal miners were like, fuck you guys, you're taking it like to the corporation, like you're taking advantage of us, like we're going on strike. So then they hire like the Pinkerton Detective Agency and stuff like that to like combat the workers. And the workers are like, oh, you want to go there? Well, we're going to physically fight you. So they started physically like gun battling the Pinkerton Detective Agency. And the coal miners would wear like these red handkerchiefs around their neck. And they were dubbed the rednecks.
Yeah.
So they were fighting back against like the fucking industry and stuff like that. And I believe that was the only time in American history where the United States military was directly involved in like killing American citizens. Like
Dude,
they were
dropped
using the
bombs
Air
on those
Force.
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
dropped bombs on him.
So
Yeah,
I believe
Blair
Redneck
Mountain,
came
right?
From, yes,
Yeah.
Blair Mountain, the Battle of
Yeah.
Blair Mountain. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I believe Redneck came from that, not like the stereotypical like who's out in the sun all
Well,
day farming.
That's when socialists were like actually working class people, like like people in the coal
Yeah.
mines.
Before it was
people in
bourgeoisie
factories.
fucking faggots.
Yeah,
Now it's
Like,
all
when it was,
champagne
like-
socialists like Hassan.
like if we
and
were
their
in the
followers.
1800s, like 1880s or in 1890s, maybe even the early 19th century or 18th or 20th,
we would all be leftists.
goddamn, we would probably be socialist. Like
Yes.
it's everybody was.
I do like Eddie Grimm's comment. It would have been pretty fun
Yeah.
to be a Pinkerton in the 1880s, I'd imagine, though.
Oh, just fuck people up with free will. That
Yeah.
sounds awesome.
And they're still around, by the way. They changed the name of the company, but they're still around, and they've been used by Amazon for union busting.
No
and-
way.
I swear to God, somebody should fact check that, but I'm 95% sure that's true. And Luke and Typo, you guys remember when I talked about like 2 years ago, probably came on your show to talk about China, and I talked about how like the view of leftists and guys like Mao Zedong in the early 20th century and what they did and how they were essentially, by almost any standard, the good guys at the time.
Yeah.
We'd have to go into way more detail of that, but like the bad stuff that the commies did doesn't come until later. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
It's after they take power.
It's after they take power.
Really?
Yeah, you wouldn't know based on like what they did. Like, if you view the Chinese Civil War and World War II, like if you view the nationalists under Chiang Kai-shek and the other guy and versus like the communists, as well as in Korea. Their counterparts, like the Korean and the Chinese communists, they look like the good guys because the nationalists, the other governments are incompetent. The Japanese are coming in and they're colonizing and like mass sexual assaults, slavery, and the nationalists are committing way more massacres than the communists are, and then the communists take power. And then it all goes to shit.
I've been reading. I'm reading a book. It's the Japanese nationalist perspective of those events. And they have a very different perspective than what
I'm sure they do.
I'm sure they do.
They're like denying massacres, and they're like, "That's communist propaganda." It's awesome, dude.
D503 has it perfect. Both can be evil, and I think we got to look through
Yeah.
a lot of the lens of history. We have to look through most of it, and both sides of this are evil. Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
Especially when it comes to like these wars and these parties and all these things.
It's about who's the least evil, who you would most align with based on
the 20th century
available groups.
is the whole world is reacting to the communist revolution in Russia. That if you look at it through that perspective, that is how the Japanese saw it in Asia when the communists were starting to take over in China. They were freaking out because they saw this as like a huge problem to them. And this is why they were pissed off at America for like condemning their actions in China. They're like telling them like, dude, we have this massive communist like revolution happening and you're wanting us to just do nothing. You just want it to come to our doorstep. And America's like, hey, leave them alone. I'm like, leave the Chinese alone. You're picking on them. And well, they kind of were, but their perspective, they're trying to preserve themselves and keep the communists away.
So go ahead, Sam.
Well, it's just like, yes, but there's so much going on at that time. China needed a strong government. Like China at that point that we're discussing, this is 1920s, 1930s.
Turmoil.
They were ostensibly a republic. This was the era of the Chinese Republic, but they had no power. They had no control over the landmass. So yeah, you could say maybe it's fine for the Japanese, like disregarding all the terrible stuff the Japanese were doing in Korea and China. If we just disregard that, which is impossible, but for the sake of the argument, like yes, somebody should go in there and get power if it can't come internally. Right. But like the Japanese invading China, all it did was make the central government that they have less authority. Like it didn't help. It destabilized it more. And for a time, the communists and the nationalists agreed to stop fighting, but that was just to get rid of the Japanese. And at that point, it was still the communists who had the most authority based on the actions of the nationalists. And the nationalist influence coming from Japan and Europe and America.
Yeah. All right. So a couple things. Have you guys seen what was it? Three World something or other on Netflix? Three World fucking something.
Three Body Problem?
Sons. Three Body Problem. That's what it is.
Wow, you weren't even close.
I know. World, sun, body, whatever. Same thing. I just remember the sun thing.
That's anti-Chinese propaganda.
We are on
One China podcast.
We are one China
Why am I
podcast.
learning from my funny racism podcast?
Yeah, we got to remember a lot of people, like hundreds of people every week listen on audio. So we got to remember, why am I learning from my funny racism podcast? Top tier comment of the night.
Sometimes we're smart. And when I say we, not me, usually
Because-
it's Sam. And then we yell at him for being
racism
smart.
is true, like Eddie says.
But it's so the Three Body Problem, like that. I don't know if anybody's seen that, but that's fucking interesting, especially if you go into like some of the situations that are portrayed for that in China at the time. If you actually like go and read some of the books, pretty interesting. But anyways, so two other things: the Pinkerton, Securitas, GSA security. So I work primarily in data centers for my job. I do their fire alarms and sprinkler systems and suppression systems and all that, make sure that they work and all that. But at every one of our sites that we do, and these are like the big companies, like I do the big companies, every one of them uses Securitas or GSA or some functioning subsidiary of the two, which seems like it's just all a part of the Pinkertons, which is crazy. I didn't know that. That's pretty wild. And I don't know, the second part of this was, did you guys see the report that came out from Harvard that stated all of our, we had this, GDP that was, the GDP grew like 5.6% or something like that. And if you look, Harvard did a study and they took out all data centers in the United States, and our GDP only grew 0.1% out of that 5.6% if you exclude data centers, according to Harvard. So literally 5.7 or whatever the GDP was. I don't remember what it was for the last quarter or year, whatever they did it based off of, but was only 0.1%.
Running the
everything.
economy.
No, absolutely. They're blowing up the economy because you got things like Oracle and Nvidia and all these other things that are literally just. I have 7 buildings going up right now that are just for AI processing for different big companies. Just AI
Holy
processing,
crap.
not even like
It's the AI rat race, dude.
It's insane. It's the nuclear
See
race
the
for AI
Sora,
right
the
now.
Sora 2 video AI thing? That shit's pretty good.
But before
Like-
we get into that, just that's like switching topics away from the data centers. Why are the data centers not being built in places like that have that like not in this country, in countries and specific small locales that have free, reliable, and cheap electricity? I don't understand why they're being built anywhere in America. It doesn't make any
They're
sense.
being built in Phoenix, Arizona, because we don't have natural disasters.
Okay. I
You have
feel
a lot-
that.
You have a lot of Browns though there. That's a natural disaster.
Jesus.
There you go, Cole.
Well, that's why they have
Racism
the
podcast.
security. That's why they got the Pinkertons.
I don't know. Is there any, third world countries that have a cheaper electricity that we could do this in? I
Why
have
would
no
you put our
idea.
data centers in another country?
Right.
Yeah.
That seems
Okay.
not safe.
It's like a security.
Okay, yeah, but when I'm thinking of it, I'm
We
thinking
just
of
hire
it
the
as, like,
Pinkertons, dudes.
it's AI, right? It's being used to power AI. I don't know if it has like some of these probably don't have like national
no.
security implications.
Yes, they do.
Okay,
Yes, they do.
Sam
I'll
just
leave it
wants
at that.
fucking foreigners to take our jobs. Leftist
but
Sam.
there's no jobs from data centers. There's
There's
like
tons
2
of jobs
jobs.
at data
That's
centers.
That can't be
5% of
true.
our GDP.
All right, you know what? I don't know what I'm talking about. Never mind.
That can't be fucking true.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking out of my
No
ass.
shit.
I'm sorry.
Well, hey, Luke. Okay, to maintain a data center, just on your guess here, how many people do you think are employed at that data center?
It's so working at some of these data centers, like actually people that show up every day to the job. You got anywhere from 20 at these giant facilities to 100 to 200. But I wouldn't say the main source of their production in the local economy is from jobs like that. It's from the construction and then the vendors that take care of everything.
Which is like mostly a one-time thing for the construction.
But the construction is a one-time thing. But the vendors afterwards, the maintenance, not even the maintenance of the servers. Okay. There's like 20 dudes that do maintenance for servers, and it's like 24/7. And then the rest of it is like maintenance on their generators, maintenance on their fuel lines, maintenance on the water lines, maintenance on sprinkler systems or their AC units. Or most of these don't even have AC in Arizona. They have giant swamp coolers, and it's horrible.
Swamp coolers?
So yeah, they're basically using a giant swamp cooler type.
I don't know what a swamp cooler is, and I was an AC technician, so I probably should.
Swamp cooler is like old school AC. They run water through fan, like a filter-ish looking thing.
Yeah. No, I'm familiar.
Yeah, so that's what a swamp cooler is, and basically giant walls that are the size of your house.
So it's a giant humidifier then?
Yeah.
Are they like humidifying the air around these large data centers essentially?
Well,
I guess that could be good in Arizona.
It cools. It's a cooling system.
So it cools, but is it a closed system with the water or the humidity? Or is it releasing humidity?
It releases the humidity as well. It's an evaporative cooler. So it evaporates. Like that's what makes the cool air come through is the water running through. I can't tell you.
Yeah, I mean ACs themselves also use evaporation. It's just a closed system.
Yeah, it's not a closed system. It's humid.
It's not a closed system.
Okay. Most of these, it's humid as fuck inside most of these. It's not so humid that there's like water dripping off servers, obviously. But it is humid inside of these things. But it's just
I'd be interested to hear
large fan walls. It's pretty crazy. The way these things are built.
Crazy. And I mean, Arizona is like if the reason they're avoiding natural disasters, I would just assume the AC would just be so expensive, or the cooling.
That's why they don't use AC. They don't use AC at all. They use giant swamp coolers, and they run millions, trillions of gallons of water. One of my sites, their water
bill, in the desert, they're gonna run out.
Yes. No, that's like the problem. That's the problem. Like
okay, how about I build them in Wyoming then?
Huh? Well, the electricity to run
There's
out,
tornadoes.
and then the tornadoes
in Wyoming?
and snowstorms.
No, I didn't know that. Okay.
Tornadoes and snowstorms.
Well, that's cold.
But the water, right? But they can't get too cold. They stop working. So like they have to be temperature controlled. But it's really crazy how these things are.
Are they all in like a certain location in Arizona?
They're in spots. You see them build around each other. But the main spots right now in the United States is Dallas, and in Texas. They in other parts of Texas, there's a shit ton, and then Phoenix is the second biggest hub right now.
Aren't there natural disasters in Texas, like tornadoes?
There are, but it's less. It's significantly less. But this is the problem. The power. There's like 4 of our sites that those 4 sites use more electricity than the entire city combined.
Holy shit!
In a year.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Yeah. It's pretty wild. And I mean, I've been talking to all these guys for a long time, and all of them are looking at nuclear power at like smaller nuclear power, nuclear generators at sites, to legitimately built on site, to just do computing power. It's insane. That's where all of our money's going.
Yeah, the AI rates, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fucking scary, dude.
I don't know if this is true, but I hear different people argue about this, but they think China might be ahead of us in the AI world.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to judge that or compare that, but like smarter people than me have been saying that like we have to catch up because China's, building faster than we are. And I just saw a cool ass bridge that China built, like a really badass bridge.
Oh yeah. In like a year or something like crazy time.
Yeah, something like crazy amount of time. And it actually looks nice. It looks like beautiful. And I'm like, dude, can't we have something like that here? Like, can't we have shit not fall apart?
No, because we have fucking foreigners drive boats into bridges that collapse them, so we can't have nice things here.
And have so much red tape that it still hasn't been fixed. So much red tape to put it back together that bridge, what was it, the Baltimore Bridge or something like that, still hasn't been fixed.
Hey, Biden's infrastructure bill, they are building a new bridge near where I live. So thank you, Biden, for that one.
That one good thing he did. Shout out.
Hey, we got a new bridge at it. We needed a new bridge, dude. This bridge is old as shit, okay?
Yeah, I would assume what D just said here, it's probably a lot of propaganda. I would assume. Like,
I don't know. Well, that's the thing. I don't know if that's U.S. propaganda.
Not that we don't do that either, right?
Yeah, it's China being like, oh, it's shit, dude. They're Chinese. They're bug people. Like, they ain't that good. But I don't fucking know, dude. Like,
there's
I
something about a homogenous society that creates really crazy things when everybody's okay with it.
Sam might know more about this than I do, but China kind of just made everyone Han Chinese. Like, they're just they're legally like just guys, you guys are just Han Chinese now. And
ethnic groups, they have like 52 or 54 like official minorities. But like they will call people in South China Han Chinese that are clearly on the face of it, both to use a literal and an expression on the face of it. Like on their faces, you can see that they are distinct from Northern Han Chinese. Like they're very different.
Yeah,
but
brother, they all look the same. What are we talking about?
To you, because
like we can't really judge them. Like America did this with white people like 100 years ago.
But it's not like we call white an ethnic group. It's a race, like which we use as different things, which used to be the same thing.
True.
But it's like you can, if you look at a group of people that are like indigenous to freaking, we'll say Manchester, England, they look different than a group of people indigenous to Southern Italy, very clearly. And it's the same thing for China with Northern and Southern Han Chinese.
I wonder if there's like hard right Chinese nationalists being like, the question in America is like, what is American? And China, what is a Chinese?
There are definitely people in China, many people that are like Northern Chinese that are Han that are racist against Southern Chinese. It's absolutely a thing.
I imagine, yeah. I mean that.
I'm racist against Northern whites, so that makes sense.
Yeah. The South. The South remembers, guys.
Yankees.
The South remembers.
Oh my god! Racist. He's a Nazi. Get him.
That's why we like Typo. That's actually Typo's best quality. Which, by the way, Typo has
we're
to
literally
film
the North and the South right now. We're like,
I know. I'm in Illinois, so it's where Lincoln came from, dude. So like, what am I doing?
Yeah, I'm a Yankee to Yankees.
Out of water.
I'm from New England, so
we don't respect you.
Fuck you.
Half my family fought for the Confederates, the other half fought for the North.
Every single one of my family members that I can trace to the Civil War, which is most of them, fought for the North. All of them, either for Pennsylvania or Connecticut or Massachusetts. Hey,
do you know if any of your family members were Puritans?
Yeah, absolutely. The ones that go back to the
That's
yeah. The 25% English of me, yes, goes back to the Puritans.
Yeah, that's funny. And your Catholic side took over.
Yes, Hungarian and Irish, which is 75% of me. They brought out the English. Yeah.
Don't forget the Italian part of you.
No, I'm not counting that. It's.
I've been doing the.
It literally can't in this case because I'm talking like my biological father. My biological father is part Italian, but my dad, who raised me, is Hungarian Irish.
Right,
so that's what I'm talking about.
Transfer to you, so you're Italian.
Well, look, if we're talking biology, then I'm not Hungarian at all.
Sam, we don't get genetics on this show, okay?
What?
We don't.
We're-
We don't
we're
talk about.
purists.
We're not about genetics. We're about eugenics on the show.
Clip it.
That's fine. I can't. I have nothing to live for.
Don't put it on YouTube.
I've been looking back through like ancestry shit for my stuff, and it's really hard because my dad's side's like where my name comes from. I don't know much about that side, but when you look at like the Civil War, you can look at soldiers' names and stuff like that from the Civil War on both sides, and there is bogs left and right on that thing, dude. It's north and south. They are all over. So I feel like we were real close to the line, like Virginia and
line.
You got
No, my whole-
just
my-
hate
my-
each other, dude.
the English side of my family, the Nutter side of my family, all fought for the North too.
yeah, fucking makes sense.
Well, that's
Yeah.
you guys were all in New York.
It's when they got off the boat.
No,
There's sense
actually,
right there, dude.
no. The Nutter side, no, that's the Italian side is from New York. The English side is actually from Massachusetts.
Oh,
Mass.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, you just got gayer, bro. How'd that happen? Look at that.
Do you know if your
I
family
know,
was
it's crazy.
Puritans as well?
the English side were Protestant for sure.
I wonder if they're
Yeah, any English in Massachusetts would
Yeah.
be Protestant.
Yeah, they were all Protestant.
well-
The Catholic came from the Italians.
Yeah, I know. But Puritans were like a kind of a radical Protestant group.
That's 1600s immigrants. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was learning about them, and a lot of people are starting to think that so Puritans were actually hypercritical of their ancestors, and they were like, these guys were heathens. We're gonna do Christianity the right way. And where do you kind of see that belief nowadays?
In
That's
New
the-
England politics, which is probably
in
the most
progressive.
authoritarian of the country.
Yeah, and they have this hate for their ancestors. We're going to do things the right way. And it's just kind of funny that the Puritans in New England had this hate for their ancestors, or disgust in a way, that literally now their grandchildren hate them and they
Yep.
hate their history. So it's kind of like the Puritans helped build this country. They built a lot of churches.
sure.
They built a lot of things for this country. They did a lot.
They built Yale and Harvard.
Yes.
Gay.
Yeah.
They built Yale and Harvard, which is like the top of education and freaking intellectualism in the country. That's important.
Yeah, but they were so ideological in their culture about nitpicking at their ancestors that I kind of think it transferred over to leftist progressive, or not liberal progressives today, where they kind of still have this disgust or upset with their ancestry of the past. And it's just kind of interesting that their Christianity's kind of gone, but that attitude of nitpicking and disgust for your ancestors for their sins is still there in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
It's like that
So
culture never left.
my dad's dad, my grandfather on my dad's side, he was the only English grandfather. Well, not English, you know what I'm saying, but lineage wise English person. The other three grandparents were all very Italian. And when he met my grandmother and decided they were going to get married, he converted to Catholicism because he was Protestant. And he took shit from his family hard, being like, "You're going to marry this fucking Italian Catholic whore from New York."
Yeah, dude, I honestly believe back in the day that it would be more acceptable from your parents to marry someone outside their race but same religion than the opposite, marrying
Time to
someone
change,
that,
huh?
I don't know how to explain, but someone that's they might both be Italian, but one's Protestant, one's Catholic. That would probably piss them off.
There's
But
no
if,
Italian Protestants. I've never met one.
Well, I know, but I'm just using an example that if marrying an Irish Protestant or Catholic, if your family's Catholic, they would find that more acceptable than marrying an Irish.
There's probably more Irish Protestants than there are Italian Protestants.
Well, probably.
Yeah.
There was a civil war over it, so.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, he took shit from his family, being like, "Wow,
I
you're
bet,
throwing
yeah.
it." What? And he's like, "Yeah, what are you gonna fucking do?" What
Yeah,
a cuck
and that-
my grandfather was, huh?
By the time it got down to my grandparents, I don't even think that shit mattered. I don't even know. I don't think my grandma was Lutheran. My grandpa was, but I don't know. I don't remember what they were. I think they were Presbyterians. I don't think Protestants. I don't know if Protestants care that much. As long as they're not
Probably not.
Catholic,
Big-
you know.
Big tent Christianity, dude.
Big Ten Christianity.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. People are like Lutherans, Presbyterians, fucking Protestant, and I'm just like, too much. I don't know, man. You guys.
Yeah, I
are
don't know
all-
the differences between like all of the non-Catholic Christianity like roles. Like I don't know what's the between like Lutheran and fucking Methodist. I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, no idea. It's
yeah,
too
I don't
much,
even
and
know
it's
what
too.
Methodist
It's too
was.
much to even like peruse through. You know what I mean? You have
then
to
there's like Calvinists, which don't know how that's different than Lutheran either.
I got to go. Follow me on MySpace.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah, Lutherans just follow Luther, and it's mainly like a German thing, mainly.
somebody
Ba-
get this
basically,
talking
like-
orangutan.
That's an insult to orangutans, Melmark. They're smarter than he is. How dare you disparage a whole race of orangutan? Yeah, I don't know the fucking difference, nor do I mean, care. I mean, obviously the big difference between Catholicism is the saints and the Pope and shit. But like, I don't
Mary.
know much more. You're right. Well, yeah, which, you know, that's an annoying thing that like when you like argue with like Christians online and they're like, you worship Mary. Like, we don't worship, we venerate Mary. We don't worship Mary. It's not like we look at Mary as like the God. But I think the woman who gave birth to our God probably should get some respect. Is all I'm saying.
Nah,
You
dude,
know?
she's a woman.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I don't
That's
really
where the
understand
Catholics
that.
fuck up.
I generally think interdenomination or denominational disputes over Christianity is kind of pointless right now. Like, I don't.
Yeah, I know.
There's
Yeah.
there's real theological differences that can be debated, but as the current time right now, like, Christians are fucking losing. Like, I don't think you should be like.
No,
Hey,
we
man,
should band together. The Catholics and Christian. I mean, we're Christian. You know what I'm saying, though. All the denominations should band together and be like, you know, who's bad?
Like
the Jews. Let's take care of that.
Dude, it was kind of fucked up, but there were, I mean, I don't know, these were like anonymous accounts, so like, who really are they? But when the Latter-day Saints, the Mormons got shot up, their church got shot up, and like 10 or 12 of them were killed.
Yeah.
Well, there's people like, well, they're not real Christians, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
dude, I understand. I'm not saying that like you should be having, like, you should accept their beliefs. Or
I mean,
think
you're
their
right.
theology
You're not, but right. We shouldn't be like glorifying or like being like, who cares? Yeah.
enemy of your people, they are the same thing, you know, like they
Right.
view you the same way they view them, and it's like, all right, dude, we don't need to be like debating about theology
I agree.
while their bodies are bleeding,
Right.
You know, like, it's like, come on.
No, I agree. We got to band together, band of brother this shit.
You know what religion has the second most money? Because the first most money is Catholics.
That's not true.
Because of the yeah,
It's the
it is.
Jews.
It is. No, it's the Catholics. The Catholics have the most money.
Yeah, we have a lot of money.
Like,
Yeah. Look at the
especially
Vatican.
when you
It's
start
just made of gold.
yeah.
It's a gold city.
Absolutely.
The whole city's
Yeah,
gold.
that's what I was saying.
Yeah, we don't know what's in the Vatican.
Yeah, I want to know what's in the fucking Vatican too, dude. They got some
Dude, the
shit
Vatican
in there.
archives. Oh my! I would love to get that. Although we would get down there and you couldn't read a single fucking thing because it's all in
That's
Latin.
true.
And shit.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I'd
We
bring
think
somebody
it's
that
like-
speaks it.
No, we think it's like
Yeah,
Indiana
like-
Jones, like in the fucking, like, you know, like everything's stored away, like the Ark and stuff. Like that's what we think of it when we think of the Vatican archives, but it's definitely not. It's just a bunch of fucking books and shit written in Latin. I'm like, this is useless to me. I don't know any of this.
Yeah.
In the United States, it's the Mormons. The Mormons have a
Yeah.
fuck ton
Dart.
of money. dude.
Yes,
Dart's a Latter-day Saint.
that's fine.
Is he
I'll
really?
pray-
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a Mormon. He comes from Utah.
Oh, dude.
yeah. he's
Deport
Utah.
him.
No,
Deport
shut
him,
up.
dude.
I thought he was
Let me have
Italian,
it.
honestly. When I first saw him, I was like, this guy like
Dart.
Italian. I know Dart's not Italian, but I was like, he's got to be.
I mean, neither is Nutter,
Muslim side or
but yeah.
I-
His mom's
My
hot.
family, I guess, fought in like the Utah wars, the Boggses. I guess when Utah was like becoming a state, we fought against the United States federal government, and I was like,
didn't
"Oh,
even
that's pretty
know
cool."
Utah had a war, to be honest.
Oh, Utah fucked up the United States federal government during expansion to the west.
They that's true. They also
Mormons
call
did.
the college football game between Utah and BYU the Battle of the Mormons, or the Holy War. They call it the Holy War.
Yeah, the Holy War
Yeah.
That's
between
actually
BYU and Utah. Yeah,
Wow.
Eddie
Where
makes a good
does the
point.
fucking-
Where does the Mormon money come from? That's a
They-
good point.
I don't know.
they require all the people that attend church or are in their communities to donate a portion of their checks.
Oh,
It's
so that's like Scientology, kind of.
yeah.
Well, doesn't all churches do that? I mean, I don't know if it's like
No,
a
we're not
requirement.
required
No,
to.
It's like
no, it's a
heavily-
requirement. No,
Oh,
it's like a
okay.
requirement. Like if you're
No,
part
like,
of
when
the
they pass
church,
around the
you
bucket,
will-
At mass, I don't
you're
put
tight.
in. Let's put it that way.
What? Yeah, well,
straight
I don't
to
know
hell.
where they get their money, but I'll say this: the first
No,
like,
more than 10%. Sorry.
the first responders to Katrina in this country were the Mormons, and they came down in tanks, like not like tanks for like battle, but tanks for
Yeah.
like I don't know what you
Yeah.
call them, but they're
Dude, and
armored
that's-
vehicles. And
That's
they came
the
down
thing
and
about the
rescued people.
Mormons. Like the Mormons are like they're a good people. Like the people, like the normal everyday people, man, they're some of the nicest, like the people that you think Christians should be, like welcoming and
Yeah.
trying to do good and like be really good for their community. The Mormon, they're
I agree.
solid.
Yeah.
They are solid. They're
Well,
really
they
good.
don't drink,
It's
they
just-
don't do drugs, they don't gamble, they don't do even
It's very-
caffeine or nicotine. It's like very
Yeah.
pure. Yeah.
It's just when you get in it, like, bro, you're in it for life, and that's what's weird to me. And then
Yeah,
they're
they're-
just like,
I
and
don't
they got
think all
some
of them are.
beliefs. They got some weird.
It's like
beliefs.
it's like the Amish, where like if
Yeah.
you leave the Amish community, they're like you're fucked
They
forever. It's like the
excommunicate.
same
You're
thing with
done.
Mormon. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
at least with the Amish community, they give you the option. If you leave the church, like it's hard to leave the church. Like I'll
Right.
just put it that way. It's hard to leave the Mormon community.
Zach is talking about the chronosphere for the Vatican archives. Do you guys know what the chronosphere is?
I do
No.
not.
So there claims to be a device that was built with like a priest and like a scientist, and they were able to like see through time, and they saw like a picture of the crucifixion or like a video of the crucifixion or something like that. And that's like a conspiracy theory.
Mm.
It's called the chronosphere, I believe.
Wow.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of chronosphere and conspiracies, we're Monica Perez is coming on next week. Our
dope.
first female guest ever. So like type us in before the show. 111 episodes in, we got a female, but she'll be good for
We
that
don't
shit.
do guests that often, anyways. Monica Perez
No.
is dope. Typo and I talked to
Yeah.
her on Biting the Bullet, and
She's a
We
fucking
awesome.
did talk to her. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we talked to her once.
She's the fucking best. But yeah, we can start wrapping this up. I got the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Guys, please go support the Patreon. Please, for all our supporters out there who already joined the Patreon, Jake S, Stash, Daniel M, T-Rex, Anarchist, Eddie, Jay Forte, Jacob, Chuck D Wagon, Silly Cat, Corey Greenleaf, Cole Dobner, and Ray. Thank you guys for supporting. It actually does mean a lot. And Typo has a punishment to film because we did.
Did he lose?
Oh yeah, I barely beat him out, but that's all that matters. I won. I didn't lose.
I sucked
did
at
Sam
video
dominate?
versus, dude.
Did Sam?
No,
dominate?
not really.
No,
Oh,
we
really?
had Toad on.
No, we had Toad on
Toad
as
did
a
really
special guest, and Toad actually did way better than I thought he would because he was like, "I'm going to suck." He came in like close second.
Damn.
I came in third, and Typo came in fourth. So Typo has to film a beer mile.
Oh, we're doing a beer mile instead of a milk
Well,
mile?
we're not. He is.
Well, yeah.
We don't get
Yeah,
to do
well,
shit.
I said I'd rather do a beer mile. I was like,
Yeah,
I'd
I
rather
would
do
too.
that than-
I said milk
We've
mile.
done-
He said beer mile.
You've
It's
done
fine.
plenty of beer miles, Typo.
Yeah.
Maybe you got one in you.
So
Yeah,
Typo
I
has to
think I can do
film
one.
a beer mile, and we don't know how we might put that as a Patreon exclusive. We might put that like in the bottom corner of a regular Monday episode. We just film the episode, and you guys can watch him do it. But he has to do that, so get on that. But yeah,
I'll
so
do
thank
it,
you guys
I
for supporting the Patreon. Please join. Again, it helps the show out. We're trying to put some more money into this because we're never getting advertised. Let's be honest. So subscribe
we're
if you
not
haven't
getting
subscribed to the YouTube, the Rumble. Please go leave a comment and review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. That also really helps the algorithm. We just need to get pushing the algorithm because we ain't doing ourselves any favors by saying eugenics and Jew stuff. Oh, here comes Sam back for the end of the show. Way to go. So
I had to poop really bad.
Great. So,
we're already
again,
wrapping up.
I did it. Follow me on MySpace.
/5 till midnight. Follow me at Adam Nutter on X and Instagram and TikTok. Thank you.
At Keep It Real Luke on Twitter or X or whatever you want to fucking call it. Biting the Bullet will have episodes again, Milmark. We're just taking a break because I've been planning a wedding. So fuck off.
Nobody has followed me on MySpace, by the way. Not a single one of you.
Damn. Lacking in
Damn,
the
you
chat.
I think I'd gain a few followers, but not on MySpace.
It probably doesn't help that I don't have MySpace.
That's a
Didn't
real
know one had
typo.
MySpace.
I think MySpace is gone, dude. I think it's gone.
No, I think it's still around.
No.
It's just like a
died.
music thing. It's weird.
Yeah.
A few
it's
years
around.
ago, it was a music thing. I don't even know if it's still is.
Chronovisor. That's it. I said Chronosphere. Chronovisor. Whatever. I was close.
Speaking of that, I've always wanted an Otami Game Sphere. It's
Great.
spherical.
End the episode.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Spherical.
Irrelevant.
Somebody
All right.
got that.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.